This is the WZ-132-1. It is a Tier 10 Chinese tech tree light tank, a vehicle which features solid mobility, decent damage per shot at 360, and alright DPM. It's a vehicle that I actually really enjoy playing, and the major reason why is due to adaptive concealment, and that is what we will be talking about in today's video. Personally, I believe adaptive concealment is the most overpowered ability in the game. Completely trumps tracer shells. Not even close. Why? Well, first of all, your tank gets unspotted faster. That's really nice. So instead of being detected for 10 seconds, you are detected for 7 seconds. And that's actually perfect for the WZ, because if we take a look at the reload of this vehicle with calibrated at 7.15 seconds. So essentially you can shoot, reload, and by the time you're reloaded, you are always going to be unspotted as long as you weren't in the open when you were on that reload. Not only that, but adaptive concealment gets even better. You are able to see who's spotted. As we can see, it says, when you're spotted by an opponent, a red eye icon appears above them. This is crazy good. Mainly down to the fact that you have information that nobody else on the enemy team, or really your team, has. You can see what is exactly spotting you the moment you are detected. You see, normally, when you are driving a tier 10 or a tier 9, you are going to poke, you're going to shoot, and let's say you're in a tank destroyer or a light, and you're in the open, and you don't think you're spotted. Well, 3 seconds later, a light bulb might just pop up, and you will be absolutely lit up. But in this tank, you know instantly when you're detected because the red eyeball immediately shows you. This is great for a couple reasons. Sometimes I'll be poking a bush and I can't see through the bush and I'm not sure if I'm detected or not, and that red eyeball will give me that information. But it also gives me the information of when I am able to make a play, when people are looking at me, when people aren't able to look at me. Sometimes there's a tank looking in your direction, but you're not sure if you're actually spotted or not. And this tank, well, that's no issue at all. So it is quite incredible that you do feature this mechanic, and it is easily one of the best mechanics in the game. For example, we shoot the 183, and I see no light bulb pop up, so I can shoot him again. Still no light bulb. So that means right now that we are just able to get 2 free shells into our opponent without really any worry myself. But you'll notice that the IS-7 now has a light bulb on me, which means that I am spotted. Now, it is only the IS-7 that is detecting me, but it is still important to know that I am currently spotted, as that could be a problem later. That's huge. And it really does allow you to take advantage of situations that in a lot of other tanks you would not be able to deal with. Now, am I saying that the WZ is an amazing tank? Yeah, actually it is. I mean, a lot of people underrate this vehicle, but after the buffs it has received, I honestly think it's a solid vehicle, and the gun is quite incredible on this tank. The alpha damage is solid, the accuracy is good. The only real downside of this vehicle is that it doesn't feature too much damage per minute, but it's not that big of an issue. We get behind the enemy IS-7 and a nice slap into his vehicle. We're going to reload in just a moment here, and we're going to get another shot into the rear of the IS-7. There you go. 297 damage. Alright, well, let's reload again. We should be able to out-reload the IS-7, but even if I don't, that's no problem. We got the pen in. And, yeah, I don't think this player enjoyed our company all too much. Alright, well, I'm going to poke the IS-7 again. However, I'm not able to pen him in the lower plate. I am rather surprised, but that is the life of a light tank sometimes. So we're going to have to load gold to guarantee that penetration. That's no problem, though. We can see the 183 is spotted. The IS-7 is going to shoot my teammate, and I'm going to clear the IS-7. Not sure why the 268 thought focusing the IS-7 was the best decision. There we go. Nice shell into the E100. He shoots. We have our adrenaline activated. This is obviously where you're able to increase your damage per minute, and we're doing pretty good. We're already up to 3,400 damage. This here is why I really like the WZ. Because, sure, it might not feature the most DPM, it might not feature the most accuracy, or the best armor, but what it does feature is just a solid gun in most situations, and a mechanic that allows you to take your opponents apart methodically. So we're going to sit right here. Let's see if this VK is smart enough to shoot through this rubble pile. Well, it looks like he wasn't, because he just shot us around it, but I guess he still hit us, so he still won that argument, I guess. We're going to get a nice shell into the M60, and there you go. I mean, that was an easy farm. 5 1,000 damage. Not even really that much effort put into the game. But it shows. I mean, this tank is great. And a lot of people sleep on it, but I think it's fantastic. Now, you do also have the 121B and the Sharfie Chair 4, which also feature this adaptive concealment capability. In fact, let's swap over to a different tank. Let's go down to Tier 9. Let's go pull out the Char and mess around with this tank instead. So once again, featuring the same mechanic. Now, personally, I think it is the best on the WZ-132-1. Why? It's a light tank. Being a light tank means you have better concealment in general. You're able to use that mobility better to your advantage. And that is where I think the WZ really excels. Now, obviously, any tank that has this ability is amazing. If it was a heavy, though, yeah, probably wouldn't be all too helpful. But a tank destroyer having this ability would be ridiculously strong. And mediums are also great because you can stay a little bit further back. You can shoot your opponents, get unspotted faster. It's still great. And the Sharfie Chair 4 basically is a light tank. So for the majority of situations you're in with this vehicle, you're completely fine. So yeah, let's head into a game and see what the Sharfie Chair 4 can do. Solid matchup. We got Tier 9s and Tier 8s up against us, so no real issue here. Okay, Panther 2, Barask, and a T-92E1. That is 3 dangerous mediums, tanks I'm going to have to be careful of. The Panther 2, ISU, and T-30 are also very dangerous tank destroyers, so we'll have to keep that in mind as well. But not the biggest of issues ever. We are just going to head in and see what we can do. So we're going to start off by getting right over to that overlook. This is something that's great about the Chars. We have a lot of mobility. This tank also has great DPM. Again, 7-second reload. It's perfect because you reload the moment you get your shell, which allows you to always be one step ahead of your opponents. So, yeah, we don't have the most support here. The only thing I'm worried about is that 92E1. The thing hits really, really hard. And I don't want to be put in a situation where that 92E1 is able to just roll me for free. We can see our VK-45 is camping on the other side. I'm going to chill right here for now. Once our Skoda T50 makes the play, oh, there you go, we actually see the enemy 92E1. We are able to figure out what we're going to do. Okay, well, the 92 is not looking at me. We have the T30 across, and we get a nice shot into his vehicle. We can see that the 92 is keeping me spotted. And because of that, I am not able to do much right now apart from wait. Now, as much as I would love to poke the 92, I know for a fact that the ISU could easily hit me. So I'm going to try and bail off. We can see the T30 missed. Not very surprising that he did miss me at the end of the day. It is a T30. It's not the most accurate of vehicles. And look at that. We can see immediately when we are unspotted, which is hugely, hugely important. So we're going to move up again. But this time we're going to take a little bit safer of a route. We're going to drive up over here, and we're going to see if I can get a shell into the enemy M103. Here we go. Nice. Easy shot right into his vehicle. Okay, well, that's pretty good stuff so far. Our Skoda did get bled a lot for that play, though, which I can't really say was the best. And, yeah, not a great maneuver at all from that player. We got the T92. I was tempted to high explosive pen him, but I don't really think it's necessary. We got the pen out, and the 92E1 is a one-shot. The problem is nobody on our team is doing anything on the other side of the map. Nobody's doing anything over there. They're just... It'd be great if our team would just give me spots on the Sea Hill, but they're not doing that, which is making it a lot trickier to do my job as a light or medium. I mean, it's kind of mixed in this tank's playstyle. Now we can see that there's nobody back there. We're going to move up a bit. There you go. We got the Panther spotted, and look at that. We can see immediately when we are detected. Again, just a great mechanic this vehicle has. Okay, well, let's see. We got the VK down low. And what that means is that I'm able to just move up right over here, like this. And let's see if I can just clear the 92. Nice, there you go. That's all we needed to do. So even though we bled a bit of health for it, it was worth it in the end. The most dangerous tank on the enemy team is dead. I don't even know why he was there. I would have ran away if I were him, but I guess that's his decision, right? Well, we got the enemy Panther 2. Easy shell into his vehicle. Again, we can see immediately when we are detected. Very, very big news. And we can see the M103 doesn't see me. So right now we're unspotted, so I can poke this Panther again. We can get another shell into his tank. We can see that we are spotted again. This is just huge. I mean, it really is. The mechanic this vehicle has is easily the most influential in Tier 9, in Tier 10, in any tier that you're playing. So what we're going to do now is we're going to drive over this cliff, like so. We're going to get a shell into the enemy Panther, too, if we can. Let's see. Okay, that was very, very sad. However, not much I can really do about that. Let's just drive right here. There you go. Nice shot into the Panther 2 once again. SU-130 does need help. We do have the Brask off to the side as well. And there you go. Easy shell into the Brask. But man, this is not looking great right now. I will say that. Let's see if we can get a shot. Very, very sad. Okay. So I got a couple options here. And the main option I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to aim it on the Yag Panther. I'm going to clear him for 300 damage. Then we're going to chill right here. Let's see if that ISU decides to poke me or not. We're going to find out. Looks like he's not going to poke me. So we're going to chill over here, and we're just going to wait. We'll see. Let's move up this way. And let's see if that M103 or Brask. Nope, not seeing them yet. Okay. Well, I don't really know what they're doing. We can see the T-28. We can see the Brask over here. The fact that he hit that is honestly really cringe. We have the M103 over there. Okay, well, not loving this situation we've been placed in, but I'm also not hating it. Unfortunate, but the Brask is now on reload, which is great for us because we can just drive right over here, aiming on the Brask possibly. No, he's just playing like a wimp. Alright, well, not loving this. Not loving this at all. I'm going to move up to where the enemy can't hit me, here, and I'm hoping that the LT-432 will support me. This is the best situation we can currently chill in, and should be fine. The Brask is not able to hit my tank from here. Will the LT-432 do anything? That is my question. Let's see. Bonk. There you go. Nice shot into the enemy M103, and he is dead. Alright, that's pretty important. Now we have the Brask, and obviously, while the Brask is a dangerous tank, I'm a better player, so I'm not as worried about this Brask as, you know, somebody else might be. Let's see, we got the ISU, and let's just back on up. There you go, easy shot. We broke his turret, which is actually fantastic. And there you go, Brask bounces me. Great job. Well, we get a nice high explosive into his vehicle, finishing him off. Just like that, we are already getting some pretty good results out here. ISU clears my teammate. Wow, what was that? Incredibly unlucky accuracy from me there. It's not the worst. We are still 800 health, and we get a nice shot into the enemy there. We're going to reload again. Let's see. ISU is obviously putting himself in a farmable situation. We shoot him once, and now we are going to maneuver behind him to hopefully get an easy shot. Let's see. We get the clear. Good stuff. So I think you can understand why this mechanic is insane. I mean, sure, we did a great job with the tank itself. The tank we're driving is amazing. The DPM is great. Everything about this vehicle is easily making it one of the most capable tier 9s in the game. But it does not take away from the fact that the mechanic is amazing. So there you go. 5 kills. And, wow, that was kind of a crazy game. Oh, man. I did not think we were going to get a 6,900 damage game in the Shard today. But there you go. See, Supremacy can be good for getting damage out. Either way, this is why the mechanic is insane. This is why these tanks are incredible. And I don't really know what else to say. I mean, sometimes it takes a crazy carry to win a game, and that was an absolutely crazy carry at that. The funniest thing is we definitely could have done more damage if more was available, but I can't really get all too mad. 7,000 damage has got to be one of the highest in this tank. 7,000 damage ranks us as the 4th highest ever game played in the Sharpview Chair 4, and the craziest part is we had a lot of fighting left in us there. Either way, the mechanic itself is incredible, and I think this is perfect proof. I don't think anybody's able to argue, and if you want to say, oh, these games are cherry-picked, well, we can see right here they are literally back-to-back games. Both aces, both over 5,000 damage. So, yeah, I don't know what else to tell you. Now, that doesn't mean you're going to get a 5k just because you play a tank with adaptive concealment, but what it does mean is that these tanks are incredibly capable, and if you know how to use them, you can do very well. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.